Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? So, welcome to today's live training. I am here live in our private Facebook group every Thursday, 9 a.m. BST. So, if you can't join me live, make sure you catch the replay. Pop this date, pop this time in your calendar so that you can be sure to come live if you can make it. If not, you're going to catch the replay because I'm going to be sharing so much value. I really want to help you to move forward with, your specific challenges, problems, things that are coming up for you. And it really helps me to know what you most need support with. And what I've been hearing this week, I've been having some wonderful, wonderful conversations with people from this group in the DMs. I've been reaching out to you. I've been asking you what specific topics you would like me to talk about, because I'm working on my content for the next 30 days and I need to know what to make content on so that I can really provide you with the support and the some real nuggets that are going to help you to move forwards. So if you're joining me live, pop a live so I know you're live with me, and pop a replay if you are catching up on the replay later. So as I was talking this week with some gorgeous souls in the DMs, trying to find out what you want me to talk about, because there's loads of ideas I have, and I want to keep them all relevant. But the biggest thing that was coming up over the last few days, and also in Strong Roots, our Strong Roots community, the things that was coming up is around shame, is around really hiding behind this mask of sort of professional people, having it all together on the outside, business owners, leaders, creatives, really sort of hunger-driven, mission-driven people, sticking a kind of a mask on, a smile on, looking like really, they've got it all together on the outside, but juggling a lot of things. Busy mums, entrepreneurs, wives, having the kids, pets, navigating challenging things, health conditions, aging parents, real big life challenges, navigating divorce, house moves, death, all of the things that we all have to go through in life, that we have to deal with. And alcohol for them has been, maybe it's always been, a tool, a coping mechanism. And I really get it. So I have a husband who went through a very, very challenging time. Around 10 years ago, he had a heart transplant. He's fine now. He's made a full recovery, and he's just living on, the kind of the medications and everything to keep him okay. But I really used wine then. So my relationship with wine changed from one of just a now and again thing, and it was a fun thing to do, to become more regular drinking. And really I used wine for any excuse I could think of. And I felt a lot of shame around that. So on the outside I had this mask, I was holding everything together, and then in the evenings I was buying wine on the way home from work, and a load of junk food as well. I have a history ever since 5 years old of emotional eating, big sugar addiction and things, which I have broken that, and I am sort of in maintenance mode. Just it's something that's always there in the background, but it's not living out, it's not playing out anymore. But I do have to work it, It's the same with alcohol, it's the same with anything. It's being in this sort of maintenance mode and creating a life that really does feel good and a life where we can navigate through through challenges. And, you know, there's just so much I want to talk about in today's topic, and I'm not going to fire hose. I'm going to try my best to just keep on track, and we're absolutely going to do another thing on this, go into this even deeper. I really want to I'm just going to stick to my notes because I can go off on a huge tangent. So, I have been having conversations this week in the DMs with these gorgeous, amazing ladies, and in Strong Roots, like, we were having this wonderful conversation. People need community. People, if you're in this free community, I really encourage you to talk, to really share, to really offload any shame, anything that you are carrying that you want to release. And I know this can feel really vulnerable, really challenging, but I remember doing this myself back in the early days. I got myself into a community before I built this one, and I just had to, you know, I had to feel sort of safe enough to share, again, with like-minded people. It's got to feel like the right supportive place, and we're all in here together, and this is your safe place to share. So I encourage you to post, I encourage you to comment, and anyone who is watching this who has done some alcohol-free stretches, perhaps you're pretty sure on your alcohol-free path, if you can share any words of wisdom to help those who are more at the beginning of their journey and just trying to figure this out, please share. We're all here together. So, I remember having this shame around the drinking and thinking, this is ridiculous. I am a professional woman. I know better. I shouldn't be doing this. What the hell's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Why, you know, I knew all the healthy benefits of stopping drinking. I knew what alcohol was doing. I knew how it made me feel. It was wrecking my sleep. It was making me feel inflamed and bloated and tired and angry, and also it felt fun. It was also like my fun thing to do. It felt like freedom until it wasn't. So I had a real mismatch of feelings and emotions around it, and it really felt like I had one foot in each world. You know, the foot in the world of, I actually like drinking, I don't want to quit drinking, let me see if I can moderate, can I do that? And that felt like so much hard work. And I was amazed actually when I did stop drinking, how much space thinking about drinking took up. Planning the drinking, how many drinks was I going to have? Is today a drinking day? Counting down the hours until I could have that glass of wine. Like, when can I drink again? It was so much time I was wasting. Time, you know, and this is what I see with business owners and leaders who are on a big mission. We free up so much time, and in that time we realise if we're not drinking, we have so much more clarity. We feel good about ourselves. We have more confidence. We are providing evidence to our brain that actually we can move through this shame. We can choose better. We can do it, you know, with the right support and things in place. I'm going to share that in a moment, of a daily strategy, a system that you can plug into. And we can, you know, reach out to the people that we want to help. We can get those consult calls booked in. We can connect with people. We can help people. We can sign people up to our programs that really need our help and support, and we can help people move through. And we are not only that, we are so much nicer to be around. We're more present with ourselves. We're practicing amazing self-care. And yes, that is a skill that we have to learn to build if we're not used to doing that. The mask comes off and we show our true, authentic selves. We're more present with our loved ones. We're nicer to be around. Now, there's a part to this, because when we take that mask off, when we become more present, when we show up as us, then all of our stuff comes up that we were trying to numb with drinking. All of the thoughts, all of the things, all of the stuff we didn't want to think and feel comes up. And that's a good thing. And if you need professional support, counselling, therapy, definitely get that in place. I didn't feel that that was a route that I wanted. I felt I wanted to do that part by myself, and honestly my journal was the biggest tool that I had. And for about a year, every day I would write down my thoughts, my feelings. I would really nurture myself through my days, and it was messy. And this is the thing that I really encourage people to do. If you're at this place with, you want to make this change, you can feel that soul pull to make this positive change, to either drink less or drink none, maybe create an alcohol-free lifestyle. You know the positive impact that would have on your life and your business. And yet you're also feeling the fear of change. First of all, just look at all of the amazing things that you have done already. You've got to this place in your life so far. Look at all the amazing, incredible steps that you've already taken. Now, everything that we need for this journey, we have within. And the biggest thing that we have is hope. We've got to have hope. If we don't have hope, we give up. We think, what's the point? What's the point? She can do this, I can't do this. And we stay in this horrible, stuck, kind of victim place that just doesn't feel good. And maybe you have used different skills in your business, in your home, in your relationships, to get you to where you are now, to be building or starting or building or growing the business of your dreams, to be in the relationship you want. Maybe you don't have these things yet, but it's something that you want to bring in. And you know that feeling, that letting go of alcohol or lessening, wherever you are with that, is going to have that positive impact. Then that's the thing that's going to absolutely pull you through. Now, let me just check this. So what we have to do is to work, first of all, let's address this shame. Just know, first of all, that if you are feeling shame, if you're feeling like you're hiding, you're carrying this heavy, heavy secret, it's lying heavy on your heart. I remember that well, and we have to move through that. Like, this is a call, this is a wake-up call. Your soul is knocking on the door, it's tugging at your sleeve saying, come on, I know the way, let's do this. But your brain is like, this just feels scary. Now, the strategy that I took, because for me, going alcohol forever was a thought that I couldn't deal with. And for most people, yes, that's a really scary thought. So we don't need to think it. And the strategy that I took was this sort of caterpillar strategy, where I would just gently inch my way along to get to where I am today, which is 9 years into my sobriety journey, my alcohol-free journey. I haven't been 100% alcohol-free in all of that time. I've shared this so many times. I've had a few drinking experiments in the early days, but I haven't drunk any alcohol at all in the last 5 years. And I don't think I would ever go back. I really don't. I don't see the point. It's just not a thing. It really isn't a thing anymore. But I wasn't like that immediately. It was thinking about drinking. I was having cravings. I was thinking I was missing out. I had all of these fears. So I was using this little caterpillar strategy to nudge my way along. And the biggest thing that I had to do was to learn to be okay with the mess. Be okay with failure. We need to have failures because failures show us we're growing. Without failures, we don't get to practice the skill of being alcohol free. Alcohol freedom is a skill we need to build. It's the habit of returning to ourselves again and again and again. It's being so devoted. It's being so loving and kind and compassionate with ourselves that actually it's okay that we're messy. If you have a young little toddler that's learning to walk and it's just standing up on its legs, it's hanging on and then it lets go and it falls down and it keeps doing that, and you're going to stand there and say, oh, you stupid idiot, what are you doing? Why can't you do this? Why can't you get this? Of course not. So why do we do that with ourselves, eh? We are so bloody hard on ourselves. I couldn't see this years ago. I was so hard on myself. I beat myself up. I tell myself what a bloody idiot I was. I was so frustrated. The level of frustration that I felt within myself was huge. I was angry. I was seriously angry with myself. And I used to be secretly jealous of other people that could do this and they made it look so easy. And then one day I thought, you know what? What are these people doing that I am not? And so I started to study. I still do this today. I love to study people who are doing incredibly amazing things. I have loved, this has helped me so much on my alcohol-free journey and now my sugar freedom journey. I love to study kind of athlete mindsets, people at the top of their game, top entrepreneurs. How are they showing up for themselves every day, doing their daily habits, doing the things? How are they working with their thoughts? How are they dealing with their excuses? What do they say to themselves? Those people that are alcohol free and they have the thought, I'll start Monday. I've got this, got this big craving. I had a great successful week, or I'm just feeling heavy and exhausted and tired. Stuff it. I'll have that wine. I'll start Monday. How did they do it? And so I started to study this myself, and I started to, I followed so many different people, and I've brought all of these things plus my own journey. I have wrapped everything into the wellness tree, which started as a seed, and it started as a seed as a thought I had in my kitchen in 2016 when I first started this journey. Well, actually I didn't. I started before then. Thousands of day ones before that, finally made that deep commitment, and it started as this seed. And I had this craving and I thought, I need a new way of thinking because I don't know how to do this. So I started to look at what are now the roots of the wellness tree. This is what we learn in Strong Roots, but we have to be able to just move through shame first, which is part of working in our root system. It's all part of the wellness tree. To move through the shame, we have to teach our brains, hang on, what's the word I need? There's a word, I wrote it down. Hang on, it's a very important word. Here we go, evidence. I hate that when I lose a word. Evidence, we have to show our brains evidence. Now, we show our brains evidence by creating tiny, tiny habits, drinking less, working our way, baby caterpillar steps, little drink less to drink none, to staying alcohol free, just working your way there with whatever feels right and doable for you. we're all different. And then tracking that evidence and tracking the wins, no matter how small, and bringing out that inner cheerleader and say, go me. I drank less today. I drank less. That's a massive achievement because I have been drinking way much more than that for so long. That's a win. It's a step in the right direction. It's a little caterpillar step. Can I do the same tomorrow? Maybe next week I'll work on drinking 1 glass less. Perhaps for you, it's like, I can't do that. I've tried that. I can't do that at all. I need to be completely nothing. That was me. I tried the drinking less strategy. I had to eventually get both feet in and be okay with the failures because I fell off track so many times. And that's okay because you want to have your wellness tree structure, something you create to plug into. And this is your healthy habits. This is your tools. Okay, so hope, strength, courage, it's all wrapped up in this. These are the things that are going to melt the shame. We move away from shame by taking action. And we take action in the smallest 1% baby step stretch that feels okay. That feels okay to do. We don't want to freak ourselves out. We don't want to disrupt our nervous system and send us into a freeze or a complete shutdown. Or like, no, rabbit in the headlights, this just feels too scary. We want to learn to work with ourselves. Lots of kindness, lots of nurture, and lots of compassion. So with the wellness tree, there are 5 roots. I call it the root system of the wellness tree. And really it's something we can all plug into daily. So I'm going to give you the 5 roots now, and you can, we use this, we're doing it in the Strong Roots program. Ask me if you want the details, I'll pop them over to you. It's literally just £77. Price is going up soon. It's a 60-day steady sprint. But actually what it is, it's really teaching you to start to lay the foundations so that you can get the courage to start making these caterpillar steps and get yourself building on track days. Whether for you that's drinking less, working your way to drinking none, or it's none at all, or you're taking a break, you're just reassessing the situation, you're just doing an experiment just to see how you feel, which is the perfect strategy. So root number 1 of the wellness tree is called ready, and this is really where we are melting this shame, where we are listening to it, just acknowledging it, and this all of the stuff that's coming up for us. It's very messy. We want to be able to almost, I've got this image of like being sick. It's like everything we've been carrying within that's felt so heavy and that just doesn't serve us anymore. We want to like bring it out, get it in the bin, dump it. Journaling is so good for this. And even in, having a place like this free group or the Strong Roots community, but having a place where you feel safe enough to share this, because when you share, other people will see that and they're like, oh my God, I feel that too. I thought it was just me. And this really, really helps with any shame that you may be carrying, because you think, oh wow, I thought it was just me, and actually I'm not alone. There's other people with this too. So we can all work together. And then from here, we're having our hope and our courage. But what we want to do is have a why. A really important, in fact, there's going to be many reasons why you want to be alcohol free. You want to work towards that freedom. What are the most important things to you? And now this isn't about the drinking, this is about your life. This is about the people in your life. Your life, how you're living it, your home, your relationships, where you are in the world, what you're up to, your business, everything. This is like why. what would being alcohol free, what impact would that have on what's important to me? That's the starting point, is having this deep anchored why. If we haven't got this in place, we're like a ship with no anchor. We will then drift, and we'll be very non-committal, and we'll only see the negatives, and this doesn't feel good anymore. Life doesn't feel any fun anymore, and blah blah blah. We need something to keep. We need like our point on the horizon. It's like this sole point that constantly brings us back, constantly calls us. And so then we're dipping into route 2, which is all about our vision. This is about the identity. Oh, I adore doing the identity work with people, because this is where it gets to feel so exciting. It's planning, okay, well, who would I really love to be if I was to have a complete new identity, a lifestyle change? If I could tap into who I am without these things, without these problems, without the alcohol problem, how would I love to be? What would I look like? Maybe you're wanting to do a whole new image, lose some weight, or just have more confidence. These things are built by our habits, our daily habits, what we're doing. Now this is where we're now going into route 3. And this is where we start creating evidence for our brain. This is where we're melting the shame, the failures, which actually we're embracing, but it's like, I can't do this. Because hang on, we are doing this now. We're pushing ourselves to take the gentle, daily, forward, messy, imperfect action, and we're creating evidence. We're creating on-track days. Whether we're drinking less, that's an on-track day. Whether we're drinking none at all, that's also an on-track day. On-track is a feeling within. This is what we do in Strong Roots, and you get to determine what feels like an on-track day. You know if you have made a choice that hasn't felt aligned. And this is determined by whether your power is in this. Is it a conscious choice? I am choosing to drink less today. I am having this glass of wine. It may not be where I eventually want to get to, but right now it's in my plan. It's an on-track day. Maybe the plan is next month I want to be alcohol free. Maybe August is like, you're ready, you're going to go alcohol free, you're just doing an alcohol free month. And so that glass of wine, you're going to let that go. You're going to let that go, and you're going to be absolutely fine, because you're going to have the tools, you're going to have the accountability. Accountability is huge, and you want community. You want to be doing it together. And then route 4 is your commitment. It's really taking consistent action, which is where we really need the community and the accountability. And then route 5 is embodiment. It's just where you are living this as this new identity, doing the habits, rewiring. It's all happening, it's all coming along. And then this is what carries us really through on the rest of our journey. So just a quick recap, we want to move through shame. We want to plug into hope. We want to plug into courage. We want to plug into daily consistency. You want to have healthy habits, a daily routine. It's really, really simple. I show you how to do this in Strong Roots. You want to have structured self-care in place. Again, it's really simple. If you're really, really busy and overwhelmed, that's a sign, okay, we need to let some stuff go. So again, it's like, well, what do we need to let go of so we can make space for this new healthy version of you to show up? So we want to really get to a place where we are producing habits that are creating the natural dopamine. So we're not getting that massive, there's something like a 10 times higher, don't quote me on this, 10 times higher dopamine fix from alcohol rather than natural dopamine. So what alcohol does over time, it reduces our ability to make dopamine naturally. So this is one of the reasons actually why when we quit drinking, we think, well, there's nothing like that buzz of drinking. It's such a high buzz. And this is something that I really struggled with, and I had to kind of train my brain to just be okay, be accepting of a lower level. And then we retrain, we get the dopamine, the natural dopamine going with the healthy habits. There's specific things you can do. And we want to bring these in. And it all, I mean, gosh, this is a massive, massive topic. It's huge. And so I hope that's helped. There's 5 routes, basically. Being ready, creating a strong why is route 1. Route 2 is your new identity. It's the vision. It's who you're becoming. How do you want to think? How do you want to be? How do you want to show up? What impact would that make in your life? And route 3 is trusting and testing. It's getting in that new mindset. It's showing up as that version of you every day, using the tools. And route 4 is staying in flow, staying in momentum, staying in messy, imperfect action, wobbling off track. Yes, that's normally part of the journey. Being okay with that, bringing that back. And route 5 is, right, this is who I am. Route 5 happens naturally by itself when you're working the other routes. This is part of the root system. This is all part of the wellness tree. I'm so excited to be talking more about this with you. Let me know what's landed for you. Let me know comments, questions. If you want information on joining Strong Roots, come and join us. Come and join us. I'll send you the details in there's a little Google Doc I've got. I will send you the details. Lots of love, gorgeous souls. Wherever you are on your journey, keep going, keep recommitted, stay committed, and feel free to message me if you just want to chat, if you have any questions, if you just want to connect. Take care, gorgeous souls. Bye.